In this video, we're going to talk about tariffs and how it applies to ammunition and what just may happen when it comes to a shortage of ammunition. I have up here a couple of different brands. Some are made in America. For example, we have this brand Remington. I'm sure you've heard of it. On their box, it says proudly loaded in the USA by American workers. I also have CCI and Federal, of course. And on my other side here, I have brands that come from a variety of nations, including the Czech and South Korea. Well, as you know, there have been tariffs imposed, and we'll start off with PMC, which is a South Korean company, of which there is a 25% tariff placed on their ammunition. Once the current stock is depleted, which, by the way, it does appear, and I'm just using what I'm seeing on the internet, that folks are going to start running out purchasing ammunition, because not only are these tariffs going to affect it, we also have an issue with getting those raw materials, right? Everything from the casings, the primers, the powders, everything is typically imported. None of it is made here in the USA. So we find that, for example, the company PMC, which I'm pointing to right down here, from South Korea, 25% tariff. They make 5.56, 223, as well as 9mm. This tariff increases the cost of 1,000 rounds of 5.56 by approximately $100 per 1,000 rounds. And for 9mm, 1,000 rounds, approximately $50. So as of that point, wouldn't it just make sense to buy American? This is going to make it very uncomfortable for these foreign companies, very undesirable for them to ship their ammo here. So naturally, you're going to have a choice for about the same amount of money to choose whether or not you want an American made, which is better quality control. We both know that. Better quality control and supports American workers. I think it's an awesome strategy. However, we're going to see how this winds up. Another example, the brand Privy in Serbia was also hit with a 37% tariff and is a key supplier of rifle and economical and handgun ammo, and of course 5.56 and Full Metal Jacket. This 37% tariff, if it holds, mind you, now some of these nations are going to quickly change their minds, and they may not find these tariffs imposed, right? It's reciprocal. However, if they hold out, they're going to see that their manufacturing and shipping to the U.S. is going to just not be worth it. We have another one, such as, and I have right up here, I'm pointing to it, Celler and Belot is from the EU, a Czech Republic, was hit with a 20% tariff. This drives the cost of their 9mm up $40 per 1,000 rounds and affects other products in a similar way. And at that point, they simply have a difficult time competing in the market with the American made, such as CCI, Federal, or Remington. One more, which I don't have a box to, but of course I'm sure you've saw it, and that would be Magtech. Magtech is a Brazilian company. They were hit with the smallest tariff, and that is at 10%, but will significantly drive up the price for their 9mm. For example, 1,000 rounds would be about $20 more. I think this is an awesome opportunity for us to focus our ammunition purchases on American-made, better quality control, supporting American workers, a more reliable entities when it comes to their products, and of course, it's just simply the right thing to do. Can we agree on that? I would say that over the course of the next 8 weeks or so, as the current supplies become diminished, they get sold out, we're not going to see as many replacements, which in fact may cause a shortage of ammunition. So it would be my opinion that continually add to your stack, continually purchase to make sure that you don't experience like what we did just 5 years ago, lest we forget 5 years ago when the great shortage of ammunition happened. And, like myself, teaching the concealed carry classes, I think I paid $1,000 for 1,000 rounds of steel casing wolf Russian-made ammo, which I would never purchase. But I was stuck in a difficult position, either continue to conduct business or simply close up because I didn't have the ammunition. So I think that's something you ought to take into consideration for your personal safety and defense, as well as you got to think about that practice time, right? We should be pumping some ammo down range to keep us proficient and, of course, safe and actually able to hit that target. So I can encourage you to do that. Hey, this is an awesome opportunity to buy American. This is an awesome opportunity for us to really support American-made manufacturers and to let the world and let these other countries produce their ammo. Hey, that's on them. It still will be available to us. It's just not prudent. It won't make sense to get a more generic, if you will, product when you can just buy American. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think that there will be a shortage coming down the pipeline in a few months? Do you think that these nations who have had tariffs imposed on them will simply back off and in a very short period of time all will be well? Either way, are you going to commit to buying American-made products? Only you can make that decision. Folks, I do appreciate you very much for tuning in, lending me your ear. I look forward to meeting many of you, and I know that I will. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Share this video, and as always, stay safe.